In a health alert, more Utahns are becoming obese. It's part of a new report from the Utah Department of Health. So epidemiologist Michael Friedrichs is here to explain what he's seeing. He's one of the authors of that report and joins us now in studio. Michael, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
This sounds like a troubling report.
Well, I think that obesity has been, if not forgotten, a little bit ignored. So when we looked at the data in more detail, we found some trends that were alarming.
So what are some of the alarming things you're seeing?
Well, we noticed that even though unhealthy weight has leveled off, or at least the increase has slowed, and it seems to be holding at about 58%, the percentage of those that are an unhealthy weight, that are at a more severe form of unhealthy weight, known as obesity, has increased over time. And there's certainly more health concerns and possible health outcomes related to obesity than overweight.
How much has that shift gone up for people who are obese?
Well, it used to be about a third of the unhealthy weight was obese, and now for adults it's over 42%, so almost half.
And what do you consider as obese, or what qualifies as obese?
We use a formula called body mass index, but to put it in simple terms, for an average height person, an extra 30 pounds or so is overweight, and it's about 60 extra pounds to actually be obese.
So you have, it was 30% of people who were considered obese. That's now up to 42%, is what you're saying.
That's right.
And why is this particular shift so troubling for you?
Well, the health outcomes, the metabolic diseases such as diabetes and heart disease, you have almost a double chance of getting. And other diseases such as arthritis and even dementia you're at much higher risk if you're obese than if you're overweight.
So it's not just for the main health reasons, heart and other parts of the body, but you're talking dementia and other things are an issue as well.
That's correct, yeah.
Now, how is Utah doing in the study? I know that this was a nationwide look at how we are, but Utah was not as bad as some of the other states.
We're one of the least obese states, but our trends are similar, and another way to look at it is maybe we're just 10 years behind some of the other states. And we have pockets within Utah that are very high obesity. It's not uniform across the state either, so there's still cause for concern, and it's something we should be working on.
Well, that's interesting you mentioned Utah is behind by 10 years. How is that possible for a state to just simply be behind the trend if it's looking at everything at the same time?
Well, you know, the health trends tend to start on the coast and work their way towards the middle of the country. And,
oh, I see. Okay.
And this is no different. So
Utah, with the rest of those trends, maybe we will see more obese people here in Utah coming up in the future.
It's increased in every state. It's increasing in every state, so there's no reason to believe that we're different.
And you mentioned you've got pockets here in Utah which have more obesity than others. If you're one of those people who are saying, you know what, I recognize I need to lose some weight, and you're one of those people who is obese, what's the first thing they should do to get back to a healthy weight?
Well, first of all, if you are overweight, try not to progress to obese, but you know, serving sizes have gotten large. The best thing you can do is try to avoid processed food, try to avoid a lot of sugar in your diet.
Those two are number one right there?
And stay active, and find a good balance in your lifestyle, and try to eat a lot of vegetables and whole foods.
So the things we learned as kids still apply today?
Yes.
All right, if we want to get more information on not only the study about this obesity trend that you're seeing, but also how to get back to a healthy weight, where do they find information online? Our
IBIS website, that's ibis.health.utah.gov. About obesity, click on health topics and obesity and related conditions, or you can always call the health department, and we're glad to talk to you in person.
They're talking this morning with one of the authors of that new study about the troubling trend with obesity, talking with Michael Friedrichs here. Michael, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Sarah.